what is going on, guys? It's V Galaxy here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another commentary. So let's just get right off into this, like we did on the other one. Shut the fuck up. All right. So, the first thing that I need to mention, I was in 6th grade. This is 2 years ago. I am still in 8th grade. So yeah, the last video I did, I talked about this. I'm still in 8th grade actually. So this was more recently, but not that much, like not really recently, but it was pretty recent since the last commentary. So it was in 6th grade 2 years ago. So I had let's see, I was a pretty much different person in 6th grade. I had a short temper. I was a bad kid. I wasn't bad really. I didn't get in trouble a lot, or I did get in trouble, but I was more, I didn't listen. I didn't do what people told me to do all the time. I wasn't like defensive against anybody or myself. I just kind of did whatever I felt. So, yeah. And so this is towards the end of the year, right? And when it came to the end of the year, everybody gets the same thing, and that is a yearbook, right? A yearbook. Everybody likes yearbooks. Like, just capturing all the moments you've had from that year is a really cool thing to look at. Cool thing to buy. It's about $50. So I got one, or my mom got me one because it was my first year in junior high, right? Because it goes for us. I don't know, but I live in Texas, so it goes 6, 7, and 8 is junior high. The rest is high school. So I ordered one, and I got it, and I brought it to school the next day, right? And when I go into school, I sit down, and I sit down before class. I wake up at around 6. I get to school at 7, and then I stay in the cafeteria, sit down at a table until 7:30, which is when the class starts, when first period starts. So I'm in the cafeteria. Me and my friend Logan are both looking at the book, right? When we're looking at the yearbook, we see a bunch of people that we don't like, 8th graders. At the time, I'm an 8th grader, but at the time I was in 6th grade, we see a bunch of 8th graders that we didn't like, a bunch of teachers that we didn't like, and a bunch of just more staff that we don't like. And okay, so yeah, this is around like 7:10 a.m. in the morning. So we're looking at the yearbook. Logan brings the Sharpie, right? And the Sharpie is pretty much what made me cry later on in this day. So yeah, we're pretty mean kids. If we don't like anybody, if we don't like somebody, we're really mean to them. So what we did, we'd get a Sharpie, and then we would just make fun of people that we didn't like in the yearbook. And by make fun of, I mean draw on them in the yearbook, right? Stupid, retarded stuff, for example, oh yeah, Logan drew a bong next to one of these people, and then a joint hanging out of her mouth, and then he put 420 blaze it. So this is 6th grade. I'm surprised we knew about that stuff in 6th grade. We kind of joked around, but still. And so yeah, he wrote that, and then I wrote a bunch of teachers I didn't like. I wrote oh, she's a fucker or something like that. So I wrote that, and then let's see. Oh yeah. And then a bunch of 8th graders that I didn't like, I wrote oh faggot. I wrote a bunch of mean stuff next to them. And the biggest one of all, my principal at the time, which is actually we had a main principal, which is really cool actually. He was actually pretty cool. And yeah, we had him, and then we had an assistant principal for each grade level. So there was a 6th grade principal, 7th grade principal, and 8th grade principal. And since I was in 6th grade at the time, we had our 6th grade principal, which was, I'm not gonna say her name. Actually no, I will say her name because I don't like her. It's what was it? Miss Borgestedt, which is pretty hard to pronounce actually. So yeah, she was really fat. She was annoying. She looked like a cupcake. And yeah, she was my principal at the time, and I hated her. So she didn't really do anything to me, but I just saw her being mean to other people, so I was like, wow, I don't want her to be around me. I don't like that. I don't like her. So obviously I drew something on her. and I drew like a pair of devil ears or something like that, and then I drew like a mustache, like any other immature sixth grade thing. So yeah, I do that, right? And then, just out of coincidence, the security guard comes up to me, right? And her name, I'm not gonna say her name actually, because she's a security guard, probably getting in big trouble for that. So, yeah, the security guard comes up to me. She's sitting right next, or she's not sitting, but she's like watching over the whole school, standing next to me. And I didn't think she would see us, because I mean, why would you want to look at kids like looking at a yearbook? And so she comes over. She's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Oh, can I see that real quick?" And I thought she meant to see it, to see our drawings, like we were gonna get in trouble. But she was like, I was like, "No, it's my yearbook. Like, no, I'm not gonna give it to you." And she was like, "Come on, I just want to see something. Like, I want to show a teacher something." Like, and I honestly thought she wanted to show a teacher something, but now I think about it, when she said that, I'm pretty sure she just wanted to see what we were doing. So she was like, "Oh, I need to show someone. Like, I need to show my another staff member something." So I mean, like, I'm literally like sitting there like, "Oh no, this is my yearbook. Like, I paid for it. I want, like, no, I don't want you to have it. Like, you can't take it up." So obviously she just takes it from me. Like, she literally just pulls it out of my hand and then goes to the teacher section where we were, which is like the main point where we were writing. And she's like, "What is this?" Like, she literally like comes up to me. She's like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Oh, we were so done for." Like, we were like scared. I was shaking at the time. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, please don't send me anywhere." So she sends me somewhere. She sends me, or no, she sends me to class. She takes it up. She shows the main principal, and I have to go to first period all shaky and crying. And everyone's asking me. I go to first period. It was English, I remember. And I go there, and I was like shaking. I was crying. Like, I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen later on in the day. And she was pretty much just like, I was shaking, and everybody in my class was like, "Dude, like, Nathan, what's wrong? Like, are you okay?" Like, everyone was asking me all these questions, and I was like, "Just don't talk to me right now." Like, I didn't even answer back. Like, I was extremely devastated. So, like, I was just so mad, and like, I was angry. I was mad. I was like sad. Like, I didn't know what to do. So the next period next period is I think it's art. Yeah, I get sent into I'm in art, and then I get sent into the principal's my principal's office, the sixth grade principal, right? And she goes, "What is this?" And I was like, "I drew in the yearbook with my friend." And she was like, "Who's your friend?" And I was like, "Logan." And she was like, "Do you think like anyone else would appreciate this?" Stuff like that. And then the teacher I wrote like bad stuff. She came up to me, and she was like, she saw what I wrote on her, and like, it was just like, I was like, "Why does this happen? Why did that have to happen to me? Like, this sucks." Like, it's just so devastating for me. And then so I didn't get any like form of ISS and school suspension. I didn't get any form of detention, luckily, because that would have pretty much ruined like my whole like high school thing, being an ISS and like the first year of junior high. So I didn't get that, but the only punishment I did get was I couldn't bring that yearbook on campus ever again, or I would get suspended. So nothing really that heavy, because I mean, like, why would you want to bring that yearbook again? It's kind of retarded too. But yeah, I didn't bring that yearbook. I'm not going to. I still haven't. And it doesn't really matter, because if I do bring it, no one's gonna notice, not even the security guard, because first of all, it was 2 years ago, and second of all, that principal, my sixth grade principal, isn't there anymore. So I'm pretty sure I could just bring it for fun, and no one would notice really, except for my friend that I helped wrote it in. But yeah, it's not that it was like scary. Like, you don't know like how much I was shaking. Like, as soon as she said, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh my god, like, no, like, why did this have to happen?" So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope you guys like the gameplay. If I hope you guys noticed, but this is a domination gameplay on Horizon, and I did go pretty good. I went 20-2 at the end of the game. We still lost the round, but we still lost the game in total, but it was still a pretty close game. I got 2 paladins. I think I only used 1, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I got a merciless. I think it was ruthless was the highest streak I got on this gameplay. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a good time watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the video, and I'll try to get back to you. All right, see ya.